What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Badger Built YouTube channel. Today we have the return of one of my creations. '67 built 351 Windsor, 40 over, flat tops, aluminum heads, the Crown Vic front suspension, SN95 Mustang brake booster, T5 world class, 5-speed, mostly done interior. I'm gonna go ahead and get it on the hoist right quick. Oh, just got done doing a bolt check and shaking down the entire front. I still have to check the ball joints, but we'll do that once it's back on the ground. But now that it's up in the air, you can actually kind of see what's going on. So like I said, Crown Vic front suspension, which isn't anything new. It's been done many times. Custom transmission cross member. And back here, we have a custom 4-line from Ride Tech. Competition products, 3-way adjustable coilovers, panhard bar. What we got going is when it left, it didn't have a bed floor in it, which means it was quite a bit lighter. Now that he's got all the wood in, it squats a little bit more than what we'd wanted. So what we're gonna start with today is we're going to bump the ride height up 1 notch, and then we're going to see where it sits once we get that far. Fun. You can see, got the shock mounting locations bumped up 1, so hopefully that'll give us the clearance that we need. Went ahead and re-tightened all the bolts because it's been 2,600 miles since I've seen this thing. So now I'm going to go ahead, let it down and see where it rides. Good. Alright, ride height. On to the next one. Alright, so complaint number 2 is that the temp gauge only works part of the time. I already checked the connection at the sensor on the intake. Seems to be good and tight. So we're going to go ahead and run her a little bit, see if we can't get the temperature to actually come up. And then we're going to have to take it for a short little ride. He says he's got some sort of a vibration in the front. So unfortunately it's wet out, so it'll be a very mild ride, but still a ride nonetheless. Would you look at that steering wheel though? God, that's pretty. Test drive. Okay. Test drive. Buckle up, kids. Works at this hospital. I guarantee you if he's at work, he's looking out his office window right now. Hi, James. You would never know this thing is a 67. It rides so good with the Crown Vic front and the custom 4-link in the rear. For a little old small block, I'd say this truck's got power on tap. Unfortunately, none of it is enjoyable today when it's wet outside. Definitely ain't working. Go ahead and spin this thing around, get her back to the shop, and see what we can come up with. The good news is the back isn't rubbing anymore now with the ride height adjusted. So that's a good thing. We'll go ahead and let this guy pass. Mandatory neutral check. Yep. It's in neutral. It was gonna hit right there, and it didn't. Right height, success. Great success. Masters out of a small block Ford never sounded so good. Back in you go. Well, unfortunately, we only verified one of his complaints. Gauges didn't flicker on me at all. But let's go ahead and figure out this here temp gauge. Looks like I'm gonna have to pull the gauges and go from there. So I'll get back with you when I find something.
A few moments later.
So we were able to find the culprit. I'm not exactly sure the brand of these gauges, but I'm not a huge fan of how they're set up. They have both your signal, ground, and illumination wires all running to the speedo and the tach. And there's like a circuit board in there. And I mean, we still haven't gotten the tach to work correctly since day one, but luckily for me, this connector right back here was not completely seated. So now, turn the lights on, you can see the temp gauge is doing a thing. Alright. Fixed. Alright, so now that we got the gauges fixed, we've got the right height adjusted. Next, we got to put it up on the hoist. I have to do a little doctoring to the steering shaft. I have to adjust the limiter strap for the rear axle. And then we'll go from there.
Put it on the back window.
And I'll hold on to this because it doesn't have to go anymore. And we'll have everything we need.
As your free manager.
Just saying. So by doctoring the steering shaft, what I mean is when I had fabricated this, I left this part right here a slip joint just because, give a little bit more play. But what's happening is after a while, this will slide down like that, and then it causes way too much play. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna slide it all the way up there. I'm gonna spot weld that right there so it can't move. I've already verified that if I unbolt that bolt and that, I can still get the intermediate shaft out. There's enough it collapses enough here in order to get it out. So yeah, we're gonna go grab the welder and make that happen. So there, now we got it spot welded on both sides, no more play. So we got word exactly as to what it is James is looking for. He actually wants the heater box taken completely out. He says he doesn't use it, this is only a summer vehicle. So what I did is we cut the heater core lines, and I've got it routing, just looping it back to itself. Honestly, we're gonna probably need a formed 90 right there, but this is going to work for now. Now the next step is to take out the rest of the heater box bolts and fish that out from underneath the dash. Well guys, 5 o'clock kind of crept on us quick today. It was a rough one at work, so video's probably a little bit splotchy, but we did manage to get a few things though. With ride height adjusted, all bolts checked, retightened the headers, got the gauges working properly again, bypassed the heater core. So now all I have left is to finish removing the heater box and create a couple block off plates for the vents and the kick panels. Not sure if I'll actually film doing that stuff because it'll be on the clock, but I probably will do a better job of doing a build breakdown at a later date with the owner of the car. So, but yeah, I figured you guys deserved a better intro than the previous video I have of this, which was like my second video ever, and it wasn't that great. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time guys, peace.